Dr. Jeff. I'm filling in for our CEO, Jerry Powell. So what I want to talk about today on this live is what is Rythmia all about and why do we have a medical license to operate our week-long program? Now, Rythmia is the only medically licensed ayahuasca retreat in the world. Now, what is an ayahuasca retreat? Well, I don't even like to call Rythmia an ayahuasca retreat. I like to call Rythmia a life advancement center. And that's because you go through things in your life that are tough. We all have trauma in some way. We all have unresolved issues. We all have, emotional stuff, and we have challenges that are hard sometimes and overwhelming. We're all trying to pay the bills and support our families and just survive. And there isn't a lot of things in the world that we can access easily that will help us move into a better place where we can feel grounded, connected, and healed. So what happened with Jerry, the CEO, is that he was a really hardcore, difficult drug addict, retired businessman who had a lot of time on his hands and a lot of money, and he had a lot of pain and a lot of unresolved trauma. And he thought that working really hard and focusing on business and avoiding all of his childhood issues would lead to happiness. And he found that that is not what happened, because he achieved everything that a modern society would say are these amazing things. He had a lot of money in the bank. He had the big house. He had the cars. He had the wife. He had the kids. He had everything that we would say would make someone happy in a modern framework. But the problem is he wasn't happy. He was miserable. And he sought out treatment at a drug and alcohol rehab facility a long time ago. It was about, how long? 15, 16 years ago. And I happened to be running that drug and alcohol rehabilitation facility. So I have a doctorate in psychology, and I also have a master's degree in public health. And I'm an administrator of healthcare facilities, especially ones that focus on mental health. So when Jerry came into the Passages, Malibu is where we were, and I saw that he was really hurting and he was really struggling, I thought that I could help him in his recovery. And so for 2 months inpatient, we worked together, and he was able to get past a lot of his issues. However, when he left the rehab, for 5 years, I worked more with him individually, and he was still very unhappy because he hadn't gotten to the core reasons. He got rid of sort of the symptoms. He got rid of some of the drugs, and he got some clarity on his behavior and how he should behave. And he made some good adjustments, but he was still very, very, very unhappy. And so after 5 years of doing individual work with Jerry and me trying everything that I knew, everything that I had learned in school, everything that I had seen working with patients in the past in my practice, did not work with him. And he decided that he would go to Costa Rica and try a plant-based medicine that he heard would help him turn the corner and feel better and put his life in perspective. What happened in that week in Costa Rica, in not the jungle, but up in this house in the mountains, that was very rustic, kind of run down, but an amazing shamanic experience. What happened there completely changed his life. He dropped drinking, he dropped drug use, he dropped wild behavior, he got rid of it. He actually, for the first time in his life, felt love for himself. And then after you feel love for yourself, you can actually love other people in a real way. So Jerry turned the corner in a very dramatic fashion. When he came back to Los Angeles, he explained to me what had happened, and I was very skeptical because it sounded like too good to be true. I've been working at UCLA for so many years, and I was running rehabs and psych hospitals and doing all kinds of stuff. And I'd never seen anybody like him that had that severity flip it around so quickly. And so to be honest, I was shocked. And so he and I came down to Costa Rica a little while later, and I tried this plant-based medicine. And for me, it completely changed my life as well. And I wasn't a drug addict. I wasn't somebody that was doing all this wild behavior. I thought that I was fine, but I saw that I had a lot of unresolved trauma, that I had a lot of things that were not benefiting me. I saw that I was viewing the world in a way that was limiting my success and my happiness. And I saw that my relationships were suffering as a result, with my wife, with my kids, with my family, with my patients. And so these breakthroughs that first Jerry had and then I had later led us to feel that we wanted to open a facility in Costa Rica that was medically safe, that was sanctioned by the government, that was legitimate business, that had a lot of staff, and that would be a place where you could come and work on the things you're dealing with in your life. So we went on this quest for about 6 months to find the right property, and we did find it. And we're here, and we opened up in 2016. Now, what do we even do here? Well, it's a very, very well manicured, well curated facility that has a lot of different modalities to help you get to the true self. We have breath work, we have yoga, we have meditation, we have classes, we have guest speakers, we have people famous from all over the world that are leaders in thinking and different strategies for wellness. And we have massages, amazing food. And then our main modality that we use is ayahuasca. Now, ayahuasca is a plant-based drink from the Amazon. And shamans and curanderos have been using ayahuasca for thousands of years to help their population stay in contact and connection with nature and with themselves. The indigenous communities of Latin America, and probably the indigenous communities of most of the world, are very connected to the earth. They're connected to the ecosystems around them. And part of that connection comes from these plant-based substances that they've learned over the years and passed down from generations to help them heal themselves and also connect and heal and be a part of their natural environment in a way that's appropriate. So what does that mean for a Western person that wasn't raised in the jungle, that's not from an indigenous tribe? Well, what it means is that the DMT, which is the active ingredient in that drink, activates your natural DMT. Now, what is DMT? DMT, we call it dimethyltryptamine. It's a natural substance that you have in your body. DMT is released naturally in your body when you're born, when you're dying, and when you're having lucid dreams, when you have those deja vu moments. I've been here before. I know you from somewhere. All of those moments there's DMT in your bloodstream that's being released from different parts of your body. Now, why does this happen? Well, I believe, and a lot of the shamans believe, and a lot of the science people believe, that DMT is a molecule that helps us connect to things that are not necessarily in our visual field. They help us connect to things at a higher energetic plane. They often tell us that we only use a certain small percentage of our brain. It's true, but when you add DMT flowing, you can access different regions of the brain. And I believe different parts of the brain have to do with vibrational connection and also insight and intuition and communication in ways that you're not talking right face to face with somebody, but you can communicate with people on the other side of the planet because of your thoughts and your vibrational connections. And DMT is all a part of this, because DMT is not only in you, it's also in all the plants of the world. It's also in the soil. It's in mammals. It's in the universe. DMT is a common molecule that links everybody to first ourselves and then to others. So when you drink DMT, it activates this natural reserve of DMT that you have in your body. And then you see things clearly for what they are. You see why you're drinking too much. You see why you're not listening to your spouse or being nice to your family. You see why you hate your job. You have all this clarity that comes because all the noise, all the distractions, all the things that are trying to get you to be separated from yourself and dissociated, those are all out of the way. And you're seeing yourself for who you are. You're actually becoming your own therapist. You're becoming your own specialist for you. And this process is not a new process. This has been used for generations, thousands of years in Latin America, and mostly in the Amazon basin of Brazil and Colombia and Peru and other countries. And so in Costa Rica, we have this as a modality that we voluntarily wanted to get medically approved by the Costa Rican Ministry of Health. So why did we want to do that? Why do we want to involve government in our process? Well, the reason, because that's how you do it legally, number one. Number two, we wanted to have a safety net of checks and balances that were medically oriented, that we could have nurses here, which we have 12, medical doctors, we have 4, paramedics who work here, counselors, and people that are here to support you. We have over 220 staff members here. We have a huge facility that's here for one purpose: support you and point you in the right direction for your own healing. So these are things that we offer at Rythmia that will help you get past whatever it is you're dealing with. So Jerry's vision was, we want to provide all of the things that helped him get on track, because all those things I mentioned, those modalities, those are all the things that he used to help himself get on track. We want to offer that as a package to the world. And so since we've opened, we've had about 20,000 people come through here. And we've had a success rate that is off the charts, something I've never seen in healthcare, a 97, 98% success rate, which is self-reported by the guests when they leave. Did they get what they came for? And that's what we're measuring. So we teach you 3 intentions that are super important on how to maneuver this process, how to open yourself up. A lot of us are closed. We don't trust people. We don't believe in this esoteric woo-woo stuff. And I was one of those people, and I still kind of don't. But we're looking at this from lots of different angles. We're looking at this from science. We're looking at this from shamanism. We're looking at this from physical reactions. We're looking at this from personal, emotional experiences. We're looking at this from all these different factors that make you who you are. And some people might be like, I don't believe in any spiritual anything. No problem, because there's a science explanation for what's happening, and that's what we talk about. Some people are like, oh, I don't trust science. I don't like science. It's been misleading us with these researchers in the world. Fine, no problem. We have a shamanic influence and teachings of spirituality and connection to the universe as well here. We have it all. This is a non-denominational, very neutral place that we've had people from all over the world, from all different religions, all different backgrounds, all different people. You have to be 18 years or older. We've had people in their 90s come here and do amazing. And this is just a great place. I've been here 10 years. And so this is something that will change your life. All of the things you tried might have helped you in a certain way. They've pointed you in the right direction. They maybe have opened you up to something. But this program that we offer at Rythmia, we call it the Rythmia Way. This will get to the bottom of what's driving your discontent. This will help you really bring to the surface whatever you've been masking with overworking, workaholic, or avoidance, or drinking, or smoking weed every day, or whatever it is you're doing to avoid yourself. This will help you in a loving, safe, natural way connect with you. And when you connect with yourself and you love yourself and you heal yourself, that is so empowering. You have a high level of personal sovereignty. And after that, you can go out into the world and you can actually connect for maybe the first time in a deep way with people around you. It's just the most amazing process. So I'd like to welcome you and invite you to come to Rythmia. It's a week-long stay. You come in on a Saturday or a Sunday. You leave the following Saturday or Sunday. We have different prices that you can find by calling our 800 number. And this is something that will change your life. We have the data to prove it. We have the testimonials to prove it. I've been changed in my life and for the better through this process. So thank you for listening, and we'll see you again really soon, and hopefully here on property in beautiful Costa Rica.